Do you have a credit score over 680? If you do, you're going to be shocked to learn that Fannie Mae is planning on penalizing you for your good credit by charging you a higher fee the next time you refinance or purchase a home, and using that fee to subsidize home buyers and refinancers who have a lower credit score below 680.
Hi, I'm Keziah.
I'm Bart.
And we're living in Ventura County. We're not just going to cover the fee increase that Fannie Mae is going to be doing. We're also going to be talking about two other things that Fannie Mae has done that will impact not only buyers, but also people who are refinancing.
What is Fannie Mae? You may or may not be wondering. Well, Fannie Mae is a US-backed organization that, amongst other things, has a lot of impact on rules and regulations for home loans in the US.
One positive thing that Fannie Mae has recently implemented is that if you are a renter and you've been renting for many years, you can now use that rental history to help you get a mortgage.
However, this new rule is pretty crazy. They've justified it by saying they're trying to create a more level playing field to help out home buyers and refinancers with a lower income. However, it doesn't really work out that way. For example, let's say a borrower makes over $1 million a year and they have a credit score below 680. Well, you could end up being forced to subsidize their loan if you have a credit score above 680, even if you made way less money than they did.
How this might play out is if a buyer has a credit score of 720 and they're putting 15% to 20% down, well, they might have to pay 1% fee now, where just last month it was 0.25%.
On the flip side, if you had a 620 credit score and you were putting 5% or less down, you could get up to a 0.5% discount off of your loan.
Since over 60% of mortgages are backed by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, you'll want to contact your lender and see how this may impact you.
Another thing coming down the line from Fannie Mae is appraisals will no longer be required, which could save you anywhere from $250 to over $1,000 depending on the home. Appraisals are an independent valuation of a home provided by a licensed appraiser.
Well, at first glance, that sounds really good, saving all that money, right? Well, then what is the disadvantage to you? Since your lender is no longer required to get an appraisal, they have a whole array of ways to find out the market value of your home, and that could lead to big trouble for you financially. The first thing is you might get a desktop appraisal or a full appraisal waived, and that way you don't know the square footage of your home. It's taken from property records, which is not always correct. I've seen deals where the borrower had a desktop appraisal, and they were going to resell the home and found out that their home was actually 1,200 square feet less than what they thought it was. And that impacted the sale by over $200,000. They had overpaid. They don't get that back. There's also this builder who was telling everybody that they had a certain square footage, and it was actually 200 square feet less. And that may not sound like a big deal, but when the home is only 1,000 square feet, it really impacted who would want to buy it and how much it was really worth. Not only that, when you have a full appraisal, they come in and not only measure, they see the value of all of the updates that have been done to the house and all of the safety and health risks. They're there to help protect you as a buyer. There's also the hybrid, where you have a person who's only taken a 2-hour course come into the house and measure and take photos, and those have created major problems, actually ruining deals because nobody will accept the job, or they're not qualified to really do measurements, so they're off, or to find out the safety and health issues.
The bottom line is that waiving full appraisals just makes it easier for lenders to do loans, and then they're going to put that risk on you. Keep in mind that if you're buying a home, you can still hire an independent appraiser to do an appraisal for the home, so you really know the story that's going on with the value of the home that you're buying. Also, you can ask your real estate agent to be sure to put in an appraisal contingency in your offer to buy the home. That way, if it turns out that the home doesn't appraise, you'll have leverage to negotiate with that seller to get a reduced price on the home.
Also, you can talk to your lender and ask them what type of appraisal they're doing if you go that route. The third major thing that Fannie Mae has changed is that they are in some cases no longer requiring title insurance and instead accepting a lawyer's opinion. Now, Now they're trying to push through waiving all title insurance policies, but that's not a good idea.
Yeah, title insurance is really a protection for you so that if you purchase the home, you're going to be insured against a previous owner of the house or someone who has had an interest in the house coming along and saying they still have an interest in the house. It protects you there. It also protects you if a contractor were to do work on the home prior to the sale. If the seller didn't pay that contractor is going to be coming after you when you own the home.
For example, we were recently told about a person who purchased a home and used an attorney opinion instead of the title company to do the search. One of the contingencies for purchasing the home was to get a new roof. And so they got the new roof and they closed and everyone was really happy. And a few months later, they found out that he had a lien on the house because the roofers were not paid at closing. And because they didn't have title insurance and the sellers were not paying the roofers, they were held liable to pay for their whole new roof.
These 3 things passed by Fannie Mae could impact you the next time it comes to buying or refinancing a home.
It's important to have a real estate agent who understands and knows about all of these changes.
If you're buying or selling a home in Ventura County, please let us know. We'd love to help you.